State Senator Monique Limón is running for a 4-year term in the new 21st State Senate District. It stretches from San Luis Obispo to Ventura County. Limón is facing a teenager who is taking this election very seriously. News Channel reporter Tracy Lair takes a closer look at that race.
When the GOP party looked for a candidate to run for California State Senate against incumbent Monique Limón, they found Elijah Mack, who defines himself as a libertarian rather than a Republican.
It just boils down to the notion that every individual has the right to live their life however they see fit, conduct their business however they see fit, as long as they do not directly affect or harm the person or property of other people, as long as they're not manipulating other people or defrauding them, and as long as they're not doing legitimate damage to the environment.
Limón says she is always registered as a Democrat.
When I think of what Democrats do, we raise the living wage for individuals. We ensure that we have a middle class. We ensure that our public schools are protected. We ensure that we protect our environment. We ensure that when we think of, opportunities, it's employment, it's housing. And so for me, it really is the combination of people and values.
At 19, Mack, the Olive Grove Charter High grad, acknowledges he's young.
My birthday is November 23rd, and so if I was elected, I would take office at the age of 20, making me the youngest state senator in California's history.
Mack calls Limón a career politician, but the Cal and Columbia grad says that is not the case.
I am very proud of the fact that here in this community, it's a community where I was born and raised, and I spent 14 years working in our education system, both in higher ed at UC Santa Barbara and Santa Barbara City College. So my pathway into elected office was one that came from a community, from serving on various nonprofit boards.
Both want to help improve the economy.
I want to really cut a huge amount of red tape around our local small businesses. I want to cut tape around regenerative agriculture farms and things of that nature. I want to make it ultimately so that individuals, as long as they're not, harming their employees, harming the public, defrauding the public, they can really just conduct their business with absolutely minimum taxes and fees as possible, as long as they're not breaching over into the rights of others.
As the chair of the Banking and Finance Committee, we've always thought about also streamlining that process for the loan process, and I'm very happy that in the last 2 years I've been able to co-author a bill to be able to do that for small businesses.
Mack, who lives in Santa Barbara, makes it clear on his grassroots campaign posters that the environment is important to him.
When it comes to environmental policy, I'm a big advocate for regenerative agriculture and traditional preservationism. I feel that the Democratic Party in this state has kind of leaned more towards pushing environmentalism as sort of a justification for more progressive policy, rather than bearing a real and traditional environmentalist sentiment in and of itself. In some ways, I can compare my environmentalist views to that of RFK Jr., I'd say.
Limón, who lives with her husband and daughter in Santa Barbara County, links her environmental work to public safety.
I was the representative when we had the Thomas fire, for example, and the Montecito debris flows. And so protecting our environment in that situation meant really thinking about not just what you do as a community, as a team to be able to help and uplift the community in a time of crisis, but also to get ready for the next thing that comes. I think of the work that I've done in terms of pre-positioning for our environment. I think of the work that we've done to ensure that we have clean air, clean water, uncontaminated soil.
Both are campaigning for votes in the new 21st district that includes parts of San Luis Obispo County, all of Santa Barbara County, and western Ventura County.
I want to break the division that's caused by that sort of fear of our neighbors. I want us to be able to come together and just have a mutual recognition of our rights as adult individuals and be able to sort of get along without that fear and come together and start having a more constructive political and cultural milieu in California.
For me, I hope that people will see the work that I've done over the last 8 years, that they understand that the experience we bring to be able to be advocates and voices for our district matters, and certainly does in a place like the Capitol with 120 legislators. So I hope that I'm able to earn the vote of all of our voters, and voters see that the work that we do is really on behalf of the people. And certainly it is difficult, and not every day we agree with each other, but I think at the end of the day, the values that are important for the Central Coast are values that we move forward.
If Mack had his way, they would debate before Election Day. In Santa Barbara, I'm News Channel reporter Tracy Lair.
And for an online voter guide, just go to KEYT.com/yourvote. From candidate profiles to all the local races and voter information, your News Channel has you covered on election night.